for Comprehensive Grants Management. Comprehensive Grants Management is a grant writing firm with an average 65% grant writing success rate, and we want to work with your organization. The 2019 Emergency Safety and Security Grant is finally available. HUD has released the grant announcement, and public housing authorities can request up to $250,000 to purchase safety equipment to deter crime and criminal activity at the public housing development site. You can use this $250,000 to purchase security systems, cameras, fencing, lighting, windows, doors, and locks, deadbolt locks. So today I'm here with Faroy. Hi, Mo.
Hello.
He's with Cortex Security Systems, and he has made it possible for us to tour his facility to show us some well-needed security systems that you can use to deter crime and criminal activity at the public housing site. So we're going to take a tour. Thank you so much for doing this.
My pleasure. Welcome.
So Moi, what do you have here to show us?
So here we have some of the IP-based surveillance solutions.
Okay.
These are cameras designed for mainly outdoor use.
Okay.
They can be used indoor as well. And most of these have what we call infrared technology. So it's lighting that's not visible to the human eye, but the cameras can see it. And so it's like a floodlight of illumination that the camera can take advantage of, usually in dark areas. We also have special technology nowadays that's called starlight technology, which actually keeps the camera in color in low light.
Yes.
So that's kind of a newer.
That's what I'm noticing. You don't see those fuzzy, grainy, black and white ones that you used to see at the banks when you walked in. They're like black and fuzzy and grainy.
Well, unfortunately, in the market, there's still a lot of that. There's still a lot of
really?
low-cost solutions that are
That's sad.
that are not. They don't give you the performance that you want or that you need for an actual security system, or even for a situation where you need the evidence.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of systems in the market will still give you a pretty bad picture in low light. It's one of the biggest issues we have. Another issue that you find in
By the way,
yes.
why do you think they still have those grainy black and white camera systems still in the marketplace? Why?
Price.
Oh.
I mean, there's always going to be a low-cost solution.
Right.
And you know, this is basically, if you look at the screen here, this is what glare looks like
Okay.
on infrared cameras.
Mm-hmm.
So you end up with you know, images that have like spotting, or it looks like ghosting, or that kind of thing.
Right.
That's very common in the industry.
Okay.
And our cameras don't have any of that because we have special housings designed to prevent glare, bounce, and reflection.
Am I correct in saying that this one can actually move around? Is
Correct.
it a motion sensor?
That is
or
correct.
something?
Yes, we do have.
Okay.
We
That's
do have
really
some
good.
cameras that can move around. We do have some cameras that are designed for. Well, I'll give you a quick overview of one of the latest technology that's available. This is called immersive technology. This is called panoramic. So what you can do with a camera like this is you have something fixed that looks like a dome, and that's it. And that camera gives you this view, and from the unit you can actually do this kind of thing right here.
Oh,
You can actually turn on what's called panoramic view or virtual reality view, and you can actually zoom in and move around that whole image just like that.
Just from that,
From that
one camera?
From that one camera. And
That is
you can
really
even
cool.
break that one camera into multiple views that are independent from each other. So that's newer technology. So for example, this one physically moves, that one does not. That one digitally moves.
Oh, because it still gives you the range of visual.
Pan tilt zoom.
Okay.
It's
Wow,
called
that's
pan
pretty
tilt zoom.
awesome.
Yes.
So Mo, what wonderful display do you have here for us? Can I press this?
Absolutely.
Will a bomb go off somewhere?
No, hopefully not. So these are what we call card readers. This is for access control. They can be used for indoor, outdoor. They can be used for gates. They can be used for common areas. They can be used for entry into lobbies and things like that. These are actually designed for commercial use. So here you can either use a card or a key tag to scan in front of each one of these and let you in, and also logs the information of the user in the software. Or you can use a combination. In some high security areas you can use both. You can make it so that you have to scan a card and put a number in to get in. In this case, you actually have one that's a fingerprint reader that does the same thing. You have fingerprint reader, you have card reader, You have a lot of different
Okay.
ways of doing it, as far as getting in and out of the buildings or specific high security areas. Push to exit buttons to open the doors or to
Okay.
get out.
That's really good, because for these public housing developments, they probably want to make it more controlled so that not anyone can access it, a criminal element coming, entering their property.
Mhm.
So having a key access, is that what it's called? Key access area?
Electronic access control.
Electronic access control, where someone has a code and anyone that does not have the code cannot enter.
Correct.
That would definitely enable them to deter crime,
Yeah,
at
and-
least decrease it.
Absolutely, and you can change things around.
Yes.
So you can add cards, remove cards, you can give people temporary cards, same thing with the PIN numbers. So there's a lot of things you can do through the software that comes with the system, and it's actually included for free. So when you buy the hardware, you get the software for free.
Okay, that's really good. Thank you, Mo.
You're welcome. Okay,
So, hey, Mo, what are you about to show us now?
so here we have an example of a long-range camera shot. This gas station is about 450 feet across the street, and here you can see how you can clearly see license plate tags on different vehicles and a lot of detail. So that is the type of shot that you can get with a long-range application, camera specifically made for that application. One of the nice things about this particular DVR or recorder is the fact that you can quickly access playback. So you can go into calendar mode, you can see where you have playback, and you can select the time of day that you want to do playback. This particular unit will actually show you multi-channel playback, so it'll bring up all your channels simultaneously very quickly. You can, as you can see here, you can jump around different things. This is actual playback from the same live shot that we were seeing. And one of the nice things that you can do with this one is how you can actually quickly scan the area using fast forward. So as you can see here, we're doing 128 times fast forward on this particular unit. It's not freezing, it's not stalling, it's not pausing. And that's because of the special processor that we use that can actually do this kind of thing.
Wow.
So you can scan an entire area looking for an
And
event.
even good visual at nighttime too.
Correct.
It's really good imagery.
Correct.
Because it would be really important for these public housing developments to be able to see their parking lot or public areas and what has been going on with it. You know,
Absolutely. That's,
parking lots, playgrounds, their area for their community centers. So this would be really, really good.
that's correct. The vehicles are very important for any type of crime.
Yeah.
If there's a vehicle involved, you want as much detail. If you can get a plate, even better. But even just having a description of the vehicle
Right.
is vital.
Right. So tell me about the storage. So if you purchase a system like this, how much footage will you have stored? Is it only in real time? How much can you play back? I guess the question would be.
Okay, yeah, it's a common question. It's a popular question. So what it boils down to is nowadays we have larger hard drive space than we've ever had. It just keeps getting multiplying. Let's say it used to be where 1 terabyte of space was very expensive. Now we're doing 8 terabytes for about the same price only a couple of years later. So it's very easy to add storage to any of these devices for long term. What we like to do is ask for the application, ask the customer what they want to record and how long.
Okay.
It has a lot to do with resolution, settings, frame rate,
Probably
and
how many cameras you have.
how many
to-
cameras. It all goes into the equation.
Okay.
But it's really not impossible to do. For example, 2 weeks is a common time frame. 1 month is also pretty popular. So those are the two most popular requests. 2 weeks or 1 month. And then of course you get some people who say we need a year. And then that changes things quite a bit.
Oh,
But
wow.
we get that as well.
Okay. Ah, awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.